Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger, and up here today, I just wanted to sort of let you know how the week went. Um, yeah, my partner's coming home tomorrow, so is my son. So, sort of the week's over now. I've got to say, it was a lot of fun. I'll get into that in a minute. I've got something I want to show off first. When I did go to Birmingham, I did pick up 3 more PS2 games. I don't have them with me at the moment. They're downstairs on the shelf. So it was Power Drone, Rumble Racing, and King of Fighters Maximum Impact. And it's always nice to get another King of Fighters game. I don't think I have any of the King of Fighters games on PS2. So that was a nice little surprise there. And also, um, I went into Tokyo Toys in Birmingham, and I was very happy to finally find a Mobile Suit Gundam mobile suit model. Um, Now I love I love the whole anime, the games and that, and watched loads of the anime or read the manga, but I have played a lot of the games, so I know of the the suits. That's what I love about the Gundam series as a whole. Um, and yeah, I was actually quite happy to see this in Tokyo Toys. They had a bunch of them, all different kinds. I've always wanted my first one to be Charge Zaku 2, but that was £50. I couldn't really pay £50 for one model straight off the bat. Um, but I got the Goth Custom, the MS07B3 Goth Custom. But I did want a Xeon battle suit, so I wasn't too bad. I was quite happy with that. And I only paid £20 for this. Um, but I was a little bit concerned because I weren't sure if these things need glue, paint, like no normal models. But when I opened it up, it looks kind of like you don't need any sort of paint, any model, any glue. It seems like everything clips together. Now, I could be wrong, but when I sort of looked in the instructions, because obviously everything's sort of in in Japanese sort of thing. By the looks of it, everything seems to be sort of um, sort of all there kind of thing. There might be some paint you can do just for some some extra little bits and stuff, but there's the variations and stuff like that. And by the looks of it, I was sort of reading through the manual, and it doesn't really show any glue being needed. It just sort of shows everything being clipped together. um, Obviously because it's all in Japanese again, well, most of it, all the writing is, it sort of, it seems pretty simple enough. Each part has a number and a letter assigned to it, and you just clip it all together. So I'm actually going to do this with my partner tomorrow night and build it up together. I thought it's something we can do together. um, a little project going on here. Now this definitely is going to be pretty cool to sort of build it all together. And if it all goes well, then I definitely will be picking more of these up in the future. Again, I like these sort of models. I know some people are like, oh, that's not really a model if you don't have to glue it or paint it. Um, that's true. To some extent, that is true. But in my opinion, I just don't have that extra bit of time that some people do with all that. I do want to get into building models and things, but it's just not feasible enough for me to really sort of get the glue models and things like that. As much as I'd love to do it, I just need a little bit more space and things. So this is a good little starter model, and yeah, that's what it will look like once it's finished, hopefully. There's very different variations of how you can have it. You can have it with a minigun or a sword, the shield and the minigun. I might just have it with the sword and the shield. So it's more like the original style of Ghosts. I think that's what they're called. But I will be picking more of them up in the future. Might just have to be a trip to Birmingham just to go and get some more. You can buy them online and stuff, but again, I thought £20 isn't a bad price, to be honest. So yeah. So the week, I've got to tell you guys, it has been a lot of fun. Went home this morning. My mate went home this morning. We did a lot of gaming, to be honest. Mostly PlayStation 2 stuff, which I did say would have been the most likely thing for us to play. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun just playing some PS2 games. We played a bit of everything. We played some FIFA Street 2, some Dead or Alive, some fighting games, some racing games, some action games, some classic Time Splitters 2. And yeah, I've just got to say that it's fun as like I mentioned before at the beginning of the last previous video, it is fun to play online, but you just don't get that same sort of feeling as you do when you have, you know, your friend with you playing a game. And it's a shame really that more and more game developers are focusing on online, you know, games. And yeah, I'm not saying that there aren't you know, co-op and versus games that you can play you know, on the same console, split screen, or you know, whatever, local play, you know, that still does exist, but it just don't exist as much, um, to the point where, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, when it comes to playing retro systems on, you know, PS2 and stuff, you just get a lot better vibes from it. You get a lot more fun, bit of nostalgia there and all that stuff. Sort of in two minds. I don't really want to know what I'm going to do tonight. A part of me is just tempted to just have another sort of chilled one, watching films, stuff like that. I have been doing that quite a bit over the last couple of nights. We've been watching some films and stuff. Yeah, I actually watched The Adventures of Pluto Nash last night, which I've got here. And I've got a few things that I kind of want to say about it. This movie has a reputation of being like, well, it's got a bad reputation. I don't really know why. Maybe the budget was more, and they probably had some problems with it. I don't know. But all I've got to say is that, you know what, this movie actually wasn't that bad. It had some pretty good humour to it. You know, what to be found in an Eddie Murphy movie. Some good humour, sort of a twist ending, so to say. I won't give it away. But yeah, I was actually surprised. I've been meaning to watch this movie for so long because of its reputation, and I don't think its reputation is worth it, to be honest. It's not that bad, to be honest. I mean, even fucking John. Why do I always forget his name? I always forget his name. It should be on here. One sec. Oh, the guy who plays Mr. 40. I always forget his name. I know it. It will come to me after this video. But yeah, it's one of those movies that I can understand why it's considered a bad movie, but it's one of them movies that is so bad it's good. But at the same time, I don't think it's one of them movies, to be honest. Actually, you know, everything looks pretty well done, actually. I don't really see the reputation. Maybe if I do a bit of research, or maybe you guys can tell me why the reputation of Pluto Nash is so bad. I thought it had some pretty cool sort of design to it, you know, very sort of 90s retro vibes to it, you know, of space and the moon and futuristics, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was actually not too bad, to be honest. Yeah, it's crazy, right? You know, I've always said that I prefer to watch a bad movie than a good movie. And while I mean that, what I mean is, I don't like watching bad good new movies. When I watch something like, you know, the last sort of bad good modern-ish movie that I watched was Satanic. I can't remember when it came out. I know it was within the last 5 or 6 years, and that movie just sort of was like, I watched it and I was like, eh. Whereas if I watch an old movie, you know, even if it's a 80s movie or a 70s or beforehand, even some 90s movies, you know, you just sort of watch them and you think, you know what, it's actually a bad movie. I know why it's got a bad reputation, but at the same time, I get some entertainment from it. I enjoy it. You know, maybe get a few laughs here and there, whether it's at the actual movie itself or just laughing at how bad it is. Whereas if you watch a new sort of B movie or a movie that's meant to be AAA and it just has so many flaws to it, you just don't get that same level of enjoyment from it. You just sort of walk away from it thinking, why the hell did I just waste, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe even more hours of my time watching this piece of crap when I could have watched something else, you know what I mean? Um, and that's the problem I think with movies today, is that while we do get a lot of, you know, shovelware movies, a lot of B movies, um, you know, a lot of those sort of movies, we just don't, you know, they just sort of, people watch them and they go, what the fuck was this piece of shit? I think the problem is that because we have more technology today, I think people feel like a movie should be better because there's more, you know, technology, and we're more advanced than how we were, you know, say 5, 10 years ago, maybe, you know, and before. You know, a lot of people forgive older movies for being bad because of, you know, but I think again you get a lot of cult following. I think Pluto Nash might even have a cult following, and if they do, you know, I can see why it's actually not that bad. When did this movie come out? I think it was 2003, 2002, 2003. Yeah, early 2000 movies. You know, this was sort of where I think after like 2008, 2010 is where bad movies started just becoming bad movies. They just don't have any sort of redeeming qualities to them apart from maybe a few little things here and there. Yeah, this movie's got plot holes. Yeah, this movie's you know, cringy at times. It's cheesy, you know, a lot of one-liners, a lot of that sort of stuff. But it's got a lot of humor to it that I think is that has that sort of early 2000 vibes to it, where, you know, you've just got to love it. It's not in the newish sort of movies where, you know, we hate them for being so rubbish. We love them for being so bad. You know, and I've always said that, you know, and that's the thing. A lot of people, you know, and that's crazy. That's weird, right? Because I always think about this, like, you know, when there's a bad game and then there's a bad movie. When there's a bad movie, it gains, like, people say it's so bad it's good. Whereas when you've got a bad game, there's no redeeming qualities about it. If the game's bad, the game's bad. There's no redeeming qualities about it. Simple as that. Whereas movies, you know, there's always some level of entertainment that you'll get from them. Whereas I think games, I think it, you know, we just feel a little bit disappointed or pissed off if the game doesn't live up to the expectations that we want. Whereas a movie, in the same sense, is true, but, you know, I'd rather watch, you know, a bad old movie than play a bad old game. I think it's because you don't get that level of frustration that you do from, you know, bad games, where you do movies. You just enjoy it. You just sit back and let the thing go ahead. Speaking of, I don't want to say bad movies, but my mate showed me Kung Fury. Now, I had heard of it before, and it's a YouTube movie. I think one guy sort of from Sweden or something made it or whatever, and had a budget of like Patreon and stuff. And you probably know what I'm talking about. It's a notorious internet meme central thing. And I watched it and I was like, I don't know if this is the best thing I've ever seen, or the craziest thing I've ever seen, or the worst thing I've ever seen. I give the person prompts for doing it. It was mental. Just watch it, Kung Fury. Um, it's crazy. It's about a cop who has powers of kung fu, goes back in time to kill Hitler, ends up fucking with dinosaurs and robots, and it's crazy. I think it, but at the same time, it's sort of genius in a way, because it sort of goes, there are movies out there that are like this, and it kind of taking the piss out of that, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he just did it for the fun of it. I don't know. on a technical level, if it was only a few people making it, it's pretty well done. On a level of, you know, ingenuity, I can't really say much about it other than, well, watch it. Just watch it. It's only half an hour long. It's on YouTube, so there's no worrying about having to buy it. But it is crazy. It's so bad, I don't know whether it's good or it's just bad. I don't want to, you know, give a lot of hate to the person who made it. Congratulations for doing something quite well done, all things considered. Just after watching it, I was a bit like, what did I just watch, kind of thing, you know. I don't do that a lot. I don't have that a lot, you know. Normally when I watch a movie, if it's bad, I'm just sort of like, you know, it's bad. But that's the one thing that I've watched that I was kind of like, what the hell did I just watch, kind of thing. And I don't know if I love it, or I don't know if I'm just a bit more confused by it. I don't know. But yeah. So it was a pretty fun week all in all. Again, I really don't know what I want to do now. Part of me wants to play some games. Part of me wants to chill. I might just chill tonight, watch some more stuff. Keep you guys updated. I will try to do some more videos between now and Christmas. But there probably won't be any more pickups in terms of games and things like that. I'm probably going to just try to use as much of money as I can to get Christmas presents, because there's a lot of shit that I need to get still. So yeah, and it's nearly December, so yeah, that says it all right there. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's little video, just a bit of a chat and all this stuff. If you did, let me know what you've been up to this week. Let me know your opinions on, do you prefer co-op or, you know, couch friend gameplay where with people in the same room with you, or you're an online person. Let me know if you've watched Pluto Nash and Kung Fury. Let me know your opinions on them. And as always, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Keep an eye out on Instagram and Twitter at The Mad Kaiser. I will be posting pictures of the mobile suit when it's done. Hopefully I'll get it all done tomorrow. Should be no complications, hopefully. And as always, guys, feel free to, well, don't do anything else, I guess. But of course, thanks for watching, and I appreciate all of the help and love that you give me. Last month of the year, it's crazy, so hopefully we'll get some good stuff over Christmas. Of course, the Christmas pickups video will be a good one, I'm hoping. You know, as always, love to show off what I got and stuff like that. So anyway, as always, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Maybe you can give me some ideas. I've got plenty of things to go around, so anyway, guys, take care and bye-bye. Oh yeah, and yeah, I am wearing this because I've just got out the shower.